I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
You say we have come a tremendous distance. Indeed, the President of the United States is a black man. But in many ways, things are as bad as they were and getting worse. My name is Oris Stuart. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I was born here. I've lived all my 70 years here in Philadelphia. Not too hard to pick me out of the crowd there. 1963, we were aware. I mean, there was a lot of racial tension. There was a push for favorable legislation ending segregation in the South, and particularly there was a movement for social change and equality here in the North. Myself and many others determined that we were going to go there and lend our voice in whichever way. Being 20 years old at that time, I always said that was a good time to come of age. You know, the picture painted in the South, certainly with the desegregation laws, and you'd hear of an occasional lynching and all, we said, well, this is a much better place to live. But when you consider the discriminatory practices and the limited opportunities, it was much more subtle here.
I was born in 1980, so like thinking in terms of like what it was like in the 60s is like, it's not really a point of reference for me. I'm just like, hey man, you know, I'm glad I didn't grow up in that. My name is Christopher Stewart. My dad is Oris Stuart. I am 33 years old. I am a digital designer. Listen, I'll say this flat out. I'm sure it's 10 times better, 100 times better than it was in 1960, 50, 40, 30, whatever. But it's still, you know, it can be difficult, you know. There's still a number of different obstacles and pitfalls that as a black man you still have to kind of navigate through. You know, anytime I'm going for an interview or anytime I'm new on a job, I'm just like, I'm always careful to be early. You know, I'm always careful to, you know, have like an extra happy, positive kind of demeanor, because I don't want to be, honestly, I don't want to be the angry black guy at the job. I don't want to be the late guy, you know.
I taught comprehensive social studies in the school district of Philadelphia. My first assignments were in the inner city. There was a large percentage that did not graduate. They were affected by issues of poverty. Okay. We're ready to go? We're about to go to Washington, D.C. for the commemoration of the March on Washington 50 years ago.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning.
Nice bus.
In 1963, so many gathered for a march for the jobs and freedom. And Lord, we still need jobs and freedom.
If we consider Dr. King's legacy, it was, I think, more about class than race. It speaks to needs of peoples at different times in history, and it particularly speaks to the needs our nation has at this hour.
We want freedom, freedom, freedom.
With regards to the Trayvon Martin case, it literally took me about 3 or 4 days to actually stomach the decision. It hurt me.
It's doing some things at once. It has created a dialogue.
I feel like, right now America is a puzzle, and you kind of have to figure out where you fit in the puzzle and figure out how to get your own self to where you need to be.
We consider things in wider periods than we do in our own lifetime. But even at my age, I think within my lifetime, we'll see a lot of the things that we're worried about now, the things that we're talking about now, the things we say need correction, that they will indeed be corrected.